Welcome everyone to another session. Today we have Rob. That's the first time joining us. And so since it's the first time, let's give a quick introduction. So I'm Marco, I'm based in Italy, and I've been part of the GitLab community core team for almost a year now. And I started contributing almost 2 years ago, and as you were mentioning earlier, I didn't have any background on Ruby on Rails or Vue.js when I started, so that I'm the living proof that everyone can contribute. And yeah, my main contributions were started I started working on the time tracking features of GitLab because I needed that in the office where I work. And then I went around and fixed stuff that I found on GitLab. Andrew is also here. He's another member of the core team. Hi, Andrew.
Hi, Andrew.
That's an old hoodie.
But that's very old.
Oh, your volume is very low.
Hang on. Any better?
Oh yeah, definitely better.
Cool. Yeah, it is an old hoodie. I don't work here anymore. But it's warm and comfortable, so
that's the good part. Okay, so Rob, would you like to show us what you have, or introduce us to what you were doing?
Yeah. So, well, I guess I should start. So yeah, I'm Rob Oxspring. I work for a company called DiffBlue, and I've been sort of coding in Java for, well, I think 20 years at this point. So I like to think that I'm competent, but I was just explaining before that my competencies do not lie in Ruby, and so when I was tasked with writing some stuff to integrate with GitLab, it became interesting, trying to figure out how to do things. And I guess for background, so DiffBlue are a company, so I'm based near Oxford in the UK, and we write our product writes unit tests for your Java product. So based on the behavior of the code that you've got, which is all quite cool, and we wanted to make it available, make it easier to get hold of for GitLab users of GitLab. And so what we've done at this stage is we've got 2 pull requests open. One of them is adding a CI template, and the other is adding a sort of CI integration UI, which essentially is just about providing a convenient UI to manage a few environment variables that go into the template. And so we're sort of making, so they're kind of open for review at the moment, but both are failing CI in different ways at this stage. So I guess so one is upset about internationalization, because I've included an HTML link in some text, and that is absolutely not allowed. So and then trying to follow the guidance on how to fix that has fallen flat on its face. So there's that, and then the other is that I had a go at blindly writing a Ruby test for my template, and well, yeah, I think blind was the key word there, because it failed entirely. So what's the best way? I mean, so is it sensible to share a screen and
yeah, if you're comfortable with that, you can share your screen.
cool.
So have a look at your end.
So let's he says oh yeah, there we go. That zooms down there. Yeah, so so this is the PR, sorry. Although we're trying to integrate with GitLab, we actually use GitHub at the moment. Sorry.
Kick
No,
off the call. Kick off the call.
But the
kick him out.
it does mean to keep interchanging MR and PR, getting them wrong. But hey ho. So at the moment, yeah, this is failing a test, and I guess maybe it's worth looking at, so the test itself, it says the test itself is down here. I can't remember which other test that I copied from at this stage to do this, but I just copied the test of another very simple template test, and I suppose you're probably interested in how it fails. So maybe we should open a tab to add to my list of tabs. So why is this failing? There we go. That
known OID failures. Okay, so the array is empty instead of including the blue dash cover.
yeah. So and I guess as well. So the template itself kind of looks like this. It includes a job called diff-blue-cover.
Okay.
And the details of that, I kind of imagine you're not too interested in at this stage. And so I understood that. So obviously, this is just the name of the test. So I figure wasn't too important, but I figured that this was needed to match the name of the template to find the right template. And then this was just going to be setting up some environment stuff with a project of some sort, and that when we create a pipeline using that template, then we should get then we should expect a build name to match the job name.
Okay, yeah.
But apparently this list is empty.
Okay.
Any clues?
Have you ever, Andrew, have you ever created CI templates?
I have never touched templates like this.
Me neither, but we can have a look together. So just to have a reference, did you were you able to set up GDK locally?
Yes, yeah. So I do have GDK running locally. Just trying to figure out what was it, right. Yes, I do.
Okay.
And yeah, yeah. So all the actual testing kind of human-based testing suggests that things work.
Okay.
It's just this automated testing.
So you tried to run this spec locally and it was passing?
No, that's so the template itself works. And
Oh, okay.
using the template seems to work fine. But not actually. But the spec, yeah, I haven't managed to get that passing at all.
Okay.
Have you run this test locally? And does it pass
Tried.
locally?
Yes, I have tried. I'm just sorry. Is it the RSpec command? Yes. Okay, so maybe at this point, should I?
Oh, hang on a sec.
Oh.
Okay, I'm not entirely sure how this is working, but you're setting build names on line 14 as a let. Is that actually going to work in that location?
Yeah,
that would need to be part of the it case.
no,
Has the pipeline run by that point?
no, the lets, you have to put them inside of the describe or the context. Inside the it, you cannot define lets.
But I thought you'd have to do something. Oh, you're executing the pipeline there, or executing this. Okay. I would have thought that within the test itself, you would do, I don't know, pipeline equals service.execute.
Oh, it's when expecting the
Yeah.
build names is going to call the pipeline, which is going to call the service, which is, yeah, if you go up the chain, that's creating the pipeline.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to have a look at another example to see if I find something.
Stop sharing that and instead share VS Code. Right, and maybe that can work. Well, that's huge. Probably not fair. Right. So, so that is the same test.
Yeah.
I say I was very much cribbing from one of these others that were nearby.
Yeah, they're pretty simple and similar. So
yeah, I mean, and to be fair, I do understand. I work for a company that writes unit tests. I do understand what unit tests are all about, and I do recognize this is a pretty crap unit test. It's testing much more of the existing GitLab infrastructure than it's actually testing of the template.
yeah, it just makes sure that the template is creating a job.
Yeah. So it's not high value, but and to a certain extent as well, I kind of want, so the guidance for opening a template merge request kind of said, create a test. So I tried to create a test, and given that I failed at that, obviously, hopefully, maybe in this session we can try and fix some of that. But otherwise, maybe it's better just to delete the test from the merge request. I don't know how, whether that sends shockwaves through GitLab through you guys as well. So I don't know whether it's better to just delete a broken test than.
I think that if the guide to add a new CI/CD template tells you to add a test, then when you go through review, they will definitely ask you to add a test even if you remove it. So we have to find a way to fix it.
Yep. Cool.
So yeah, let's see. Can you try to run it locally? So maybe we can see if we get any clue.
So now was it? I was hoping that my history would remember a much longer command line. But
well, it should be bundle exec rspec and then the path to the file.
Okay. See, this is already useful advice. And
No examples found. Is the
So,
oh,
right, there's
yeah.
GitLab, an unnecessary GitLab prefix there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was because I tried to dig the command line out of the CI,
Oh. Oh.
and yeah, and it seemed to be taking like 90 seconds or so to.
Are you? What system are you on?
I was quite pleased with it. I was issued it earlier this year as an M2 Pro.
Oh, okay. So it's better
uh,
than what we use. So
Yeah, it's quite.
yeah, it's kind of strange that it takes this long. It's really strange.
Hmm.
In the meantime, I'll try to. Well, can you share the link to your MR over on Discord so that I can check out your code locally?
Yeah.
I think there's a link in the contribute channel already, isn't there?
Yes, the
I lost it.
Yeah, the latest message.
Yeah, so where?
Oh, found it.
Okay. You've got there faster than I have then.
And that's from the
Hello.
community. Works perfect. Hi, Anatoly.
Hello.
Hey, Anatoly.
Hello.
Check.
I tried running the spec locally as well, but my GCK is out of date and it complained.
Mine is definitely not out of date because I updated it yesterday. So let's try.
How up to date I am. But well,
Is there any difference in running bundle exec rspec instead of bin/rspec?
Not really. From what I asked the same question in the past, and the answer was basically that if you run bundle exec, you're sure that you're using the bundle and gem and stuff coming from the GitLab. See, yeah, from the project. I'm trying to run this locally, but it really takes ages to start.
I think even NVIDIA won't start that fast.
something happened.
Oh, yeah, something started.
Does Ruby take this long to start locally or even on like production?
No. And usually tests run at least I'm on an M1 Pro, and it
Okay.
takes less than 10 seconds to set up, and then the spec start running.
Okay.
And
Are you running it through Docker or anything?
Yeah, I think that would be a better option. Docker, Kubernetes, like those container things.
yeah,
On Mac OS, it tends to be slower doing it through that.
Yeah. Or even
There is
can try the GitLab runners for test cases.
It could be that there is some background task indexing the files, and because there are a lot of files, it may make everything slow.
yes, that's true, but not always. Like if I open a brand new VS Code and I run another spec, not this file, it still takes like 10 seconds to set up.
I can see that Ruby is like cloning these packages or something. I don't know. So does it needs to be done, or can't it be like cached somewhere to directly get its access from there? Like that will reduce a lot of time.
It depends on what the test is doing, but I was able to run it locally and it already finished.
Yeah, it is true. Like 66 seconds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the thing is try to make checkout and probably Git walks up to see if there are any directories and tries to index GitLab sources. That's why it takes so long when it's cloning. Maybe.
yeah, that might be it.
So
Okay. Running this locally has the same issue that you have running on CI. So we have to find what's happening.
yeah, yeah. Although in CI apparently it finished in 5.7 seconds. Took 43 seconds to load. So
Yeah, for me, now that I run it a second time, it took 13 seconds. Finished in 6.63 seconds. So
meh. Okay.
okay. Try to run it again. Let's see if it's quicker.
I don't think so. It's Ruby. Yeah.
Are you using Rosetta?
Not as far as I know.
Okay. Just a random thought.
Not intentionally.
Okay.
So I don't know if there's a good way of checking. I think I think the Ruby and everything that is here was built by the GDK install. So kind of presumed that would have picked up ARM versions, but I don't know.
Yeah, this is faster.
That's faster.
26 seconds to load.
Okay.
But
it's still not working.
it still
So,
fails. So
yeah.
and any ideas why that would be?
There's this array, like empty array symbol, expected box to include diff blue cover in the terminal.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that might be build names. Expect build names dot to include. Yeah, this one. So we can check what build name contains, and I think that might be a bit like if the length of the build name is greater than zero, or I think that might be the issue as the length is zero, so that's why the test is failing. Or maybe array
Yeah,
is empty.
but the issue is that we have to have that array not empty, because otherwise the template, it's like it's not working. Even though it's more like this time, it's more like the spec is set up in a wrong way so that the template is not working.
Okay.
So yeah, so I'm trying to introduce this new template that includes one new job called diff blue cover, and so yeah, copying one of the other, copying the patterns from one of the other existing template tests. I figured that I was going to be doing enough here, and that it should just create a build name, in my case, with the right, with a build name matching the job name, because that seemed to be what the others were doing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I just compared your spec file with the one from MATLAB, and I found a couple of differences. Let's see if it fixes something. No.
Command test attributes build.
If
23. What does 14th line is doing? Line number 14. Let build names pipe this. Yeah. Is it like assigning that value to the build names variable, right?
Yes,
Okay.
it's getting the name out of the builds.
Okay.
But it,
So that should be an array, right? The name should be an array. I
Build
think
name.
that's not an array. Maybe that's the issue.
what is block? Is it a selector for a single value?
Yeah, it basically gets the value out of it. Builds is an array. For each item of that array, get out the name element and basically get out an array with only that value inside.
Okay.
Maybe that. Can we like get a console here if possible? Like what the output is of that variable when the test case is getting executed.
You can, if you go online, put a new line
15.
between 21 and 22. Yeah, before it was 21 and 22.
For 20,
Yeah, between 21, yeah, there, and right, binding dot pry,
dots.
Y. Exactly. And if you run the spec again, that's basically setting a breakpoint.
Oh, okay. So like that's debugging things.
Yeah.
Okay. So just run it again.
Oh, yeah, if you run it, it will stop there.
Okay. I think that
So it's push. There's one other small difference.
this. Okay.
Okay. So you can now, for example, write build underscore names, and that's going to inspect the variable. Yeah.
See, I think that's the
Oh,
issue.
because no, it's because right next. So basically, that's like doing F10 on the debugger. So go to the next line.
Like, can you make it a like? Yeah, correct. Okay, so where is the console that we did?
I think
Yeah, this focus, ignoring focus. Okay, that's the focus thing.
I think it complained about our breakpoint. So I would try to move that binding dot right over one line. So basically it first runs and creates the build, hopefully.
Move this up one line.
Down one line. So basically swap 22. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and then run again. Or
Yeah.
do
Type quit. Okay.
and run again. Let's clear that.
I think we'll have to do something a little bit different.
Okay, I think something is coming up.
Yeah, basically because it's
It's failing before it's hitting.
failing. Yeah, exactly. So I would basically go back again to between line between 21 and 22 and basically declare something like jobs equal build names.
Okay, I found the issue. Sorry,
Found it?
I was working in the background. Yeah. So I was comparing your new template to the MATLAB template.
Okay.
Because yeah, basically replacing your test with the MATLAB one and just changing the file names and the job names, I'd expect that to do something, but it was saying there were no jobs added.
Oh, okay.
The reason why there are no jobs added is because if you open up your template file, you have line 45 and 46.
Oh, rules.
There's a rules on there that will only add the job if it's a merge request event. And you're not running a merge request pipeline.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
If you want to check it now, if you delete those rule lines, then running the spec as you had before, it should pass.
Yeah, you can remove the binding.pry and yeah.
Okay.
Didn't even look on the file of the pipeline, huh? Thanks
Because
a lot.
yeah, I basically did
a-
exactly what Marco was going through there, doing the binding price. I did p inspect instead, which is the old school console.log method. But yeah, everything looked like it was working fine except the jobs being added. Which led me to the template
spec file where I was comparing to the MATLAB spec as well, and they were basically the same. So
yeah.
Okay.
I think now the issue is resolved.
So I think
So I think the issue is understood.
yeah, I think what you'll have to do is work out how to create the service as a merge request event, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of the other specs have that in here.
Because
Yeah, it is.
Hey,
Congratulations.
so it passes. So that's good. But yeah, unfortunately, this rule is quite important.
Yeah, we can't just delete that. But now we know we've narrowed that down. Now I think if we can find another test that does do.
Yeah, I'm looking
there
for
we go. If you open up Terraform latest GitLab CI YAML spec. Sorry, if you the spec file,
yeah. Terraform latest GitLab CI YAML, obviously.
Line 47.
Okay, so we can define our
merge
own
request
type
pipeline.
of merge request. Okay, merge request create pipeline service. Okay.
Hopefully you can just copy paste that to replace your existing service.
Do you need the EMR as well?
Do we need both of them or?
Oh yeah, you need MR service. You basically need line 47, 48, and 49 because 47 creates the service, 48 creates the MR, and 49 creates a pipeline for the MR using the service.
Okay.
Yeah.
The MR build names.
That's going to be your that should be the build names. That should have your job name in it.
Okay, so do something like that then.
You already have project, you already have user, pipeline branch, you already have it. I guess you can comment out line 18, 19, 20 or remove them.
Okay. And then
we're
we're going to want to look at the MR.
Yes.
Old names.
Play long term. Okay, yeah. They should do the and update. Did you already remove the comment from the template?
What's line 24?
Yes, the template is back to normal. Line 24.
Is that needed?
That's the perfect answer.
I don't see that in the MATLAB one. Is it?
No, me neither. But that didn't change anything when I tried locally. So with or without that line, it should still work.
If
Okay.
it's not needed, I'd remove it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And right, give that a try.
Go for it.
Yeah, Marco, these like the merge request, I think that's a package, correct? Merge request, line 13.
Okay.
No, I'm just asking. I didn't understand. Yeah, that's a package, right?
What do you mean by a package?
Like it is like a predefined module in Ruby, or we had created it and we are like consuming it as a third-party package.
That's a module defined inside of the GitLab code base.
So I think we need to import that, or it is already imported.
No,
Okay, spec helper.
that's auto-loaded from Rails.
Okay.
Yeah, I think in test. Oh,
Yeah, it's some kind of magic in Ruby that's you don't import everything explicitly.
Branch
Yeah.
config is the same
Okay,
protocol.
okay.
ah,
Kind of interesting language.
yeah. In your project, if you go back to the Terraform one. Oh, hang on, I'm looking at the wrong one. Oh, maybe not. No, their
Pipeline.
project one. They create line 15. Is that the project they use? Yeah, their project has a create branch because obviously you need a branch to merge into master.
Yeah. And they've
Okay.
got a pipeline branch in here. Oh, is that
Yeah.
that's relevant?
Yeah,
okay.
it is for the merge request.
So you need to copy that just somewhere in here. Whereabouts?
Line 10, it will replace, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes, that makes some sense.
How are these things even created?
Then, so presumably, what do we see? That's what. Presumably, we need something like this as well.
So perfect.
Pipeline branch.
Yeah, line 46 has that for the merge request one. So yeah, we will.
I guess anything would do except master.
Okay. Yeah, well, we already had one, but yeah. Okay. Something like that might just work. That's
Do you need a source branch or a target branch or something? Or does it use
I'll
master
be
by
on
default?
hold. So, like, I got a meeting to attend, so I'll be on hold. Okay.
Bye.
cheers. Yeah, it's not entirely clear to me what it's using as the target branch.
Yeah, the Terraform one doesn't mention one. So I imagine it defaults to
Creating a new one.
master.
Just yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, it must do because we set master as the pipeline branch previously, and it said you can't merge master into master.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, by default, when you create an MR, yay.
Woohoo.
Ship it. It works.
Straight to production.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
No, remove
wait, hang on. You've got
the comment.
line 28 and beyond.
Oh, yeah.
Is there anything we need to change further up as well, or is that actually in decent shape?
No, it should be good.
I guess line 10, create branch should be create branch, pipeline branch, rather than duplicate patch 1.
Create branch. Oh, yeah. Without the quotes.
Yeah.
The quotes.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I see. Pipeline branch.
Another thing I would do before, try on the console to run Rubocop and pass this file path.
Okay.
Yeah, that one.
What was this for? Right. Spec lib, GitLab, CI, templates.
Okay. So space inside of parentheses. Oh yeah, line 14.
Oh yeah, hang on. Oh, it's right. Yep, it's not liking it. Yeah.
Can you still pass -- fix to Rubocop?
I don't know. I never tried.
Because yeah, it used to auto fix things for you.
I don't know if
It said there's no offenses. No, anyway.
yeah, I just re-injected.
Yeah, that
It
worked.
did.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
one offense corrected. Yeah. Okay.
It'll only fix like trivial things. And,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's handy.
It's better than hand fixing all of them. So
Yes.
good
Yeah.
to know about. Cool. Okay. So that is pretty damn good. Thank you very much.
No worries at
You're
all.
welcome.
Right, I'm just gonna do that for now. Cool. So I don't know how much time you've got, but I
I
could fit another
have
problem if you
another
like.
10 minutes.
Okay. So where is this? So
Translation issue?
translation issue in the other PR, MR, sorry. So should we go back to
I did this. I was opening up a merge. No, I wasn't. I was opening up a pull request on GitHub and kept mentioning MRs instead of PRs. It's
yeah. It's a trap to fall into. So yeah, I used to I think the version that has pushed up has currently got some translated text, including a link, which is a no-no. I've followed the error message is all associated with some good stuff that guided me to a better way of doing it, which is down here. And then GDK says, what's this link to method function that you're calling? Never heard of it.
Yeah, because that's a Ruby controller thingy, not instead you're inside of a model.
Right.
Yeah, Rails controller, not Ruby controller.
I thought it was a global function. Maybe not.
I don't think so, because that
Yeah.
should create an anchor tag, which is not really needed on models. Let's see. models. Oh,
Yeah, so I don't know if that still loads. I think.
oh, okay. You could do it this way. If you search on VS Code, search for link_2 inside and filter only for app/models.
Cool. So that I think it's showing the same. Well, I think that's the same thing at the top, although the exception information is gone. Right. Okay. So flick back to VS Code. Then he says,
Yes.
share button, VS Code. Right. So
Okay, link to and filter only for files inside of app/models.
what's the best way of filtering
That one.
models?
Yes, you have the third, or yeah, any one of those actually.
Okay.
So that's basically getting the link to method from the action controller module base class helpers.
Okay.
That might do it. So best way to find out is try out.
So okay, and that's highlighted because it's the search term. The tension builds. Okay, so now we're not happy with the tag pair. You see, I would have thought that it was the fact that we'd got to the link to. I assumed that meant that it was happy with tag pair, but I'm guessing we've got a similar problem. Oh, of course, you didn't see that because that was in Safari, which I'm not sharing.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, so I've now moved on to having an undefined method tag pair for integrations diff blue cover class.
Okay.
So where was tag pair defined? This it's not going to be.
Oh, probably have a look at the beginning. Okay. Between line 6 and 7, so basically right below the class, try to add include space safe format helper with SFH capital. Without the underscore, yeah, save that one.
What did I press? Right. Include safe format helper.
Yeah.
Probably indented. Okay.
Yeah, let's see if that's
that. You think that's likely to be enough?
Yeah, because the tag pair function is defined inside of the safe format helper module.
Okay.
So including that module will make you the tag pair method available.
Okay.
For example, if you remove the filter to only search inside of app modules and you search for def space tag pair.
Right. No. Def space.
That one. You see, it's defined inside here, which is inside of the safe format helper module.
Okay. But I'm still seeing undefined method tag pair.
Is there any plugin that can help with reading those files and telling where the method comes from?
Well, we know where it comes from because it's inside of the state format helper file.
And where is linked to?
That's included from the include that we put on line 7.
Okay.
But you're using a class. This is a module. This is a module. How do we include a module inside of a class? Oh, okay.
That strange thing that the link to is probably for linking to controllers. No, it's not
Link-
for just generating the href.
No, link to you can also pass a URL, for example.
But
If-
what's the reason to use it here? Why not just hard code the link?
Because you cannot. It's unsafe.
Can we try a completely different approach? I
Uh,
say completely different. It's not completely different, actually.
go on.
Hang on. Oh no. Oh, close the tab and I've lost it now.
History.
That's what I was trying to do, but it's not working. Oh no, there it is. Hang on. Because yeah, looking elsewhere, I can't see many other places that do it this way. But instead pass you see how you have link start and link end. Most other places just have, in this case, it would be diff blue link.
Right.
So I wish I could take control of your screen, because now I've got to try and hack together some. What would it be? It would be
Control.
safe format s underscore blah 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 blah. I guess if you change link start, try diff blue cover link end to just diff blue link.
Right. Sorry.
So line 18.
Yeah, I was just looking at yeah, to give you access to take control means changing the system settings and probably restarting Zoom.
Yeah,
So-
no, it's fine. It's fine.
Right. So, but that all meant that I wasn't really paying attention to the words you were saying. So you line.
That's all right. I'm also trying to create some stuff here. Diff blue link equals that stuff that you have there, which is I'm just do.
Coming in on the Zoom chat or Discord or.
Yeah, I'll send it through on the Zoom chat.
Cool.
The tension is building. The expectation is rising.
Yeah, I know, and it's all going to go wrong. So that's safe format, and then you would have diff blue link. Well, that HTML.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, this is obviously not correct, but should hopefully give an idea of what I'm trying to do there.
Okay. So throw it down here for now.
So basically creating a new variable called diffBlueLink, which itself has a translatable string.
Yeah.
And saving that as its own variable, and then just passing that variable straight through into the formatter. And then you don't need that tag pair stuff. And you
then-
don't need two
Okay.
placeholders in the translated string.
The thing is, we are not inside of a method.
Yeah, I don't think you'll be able to create that variable as is. I think you might need to create it as a function in this class somewhere, like a private function,
Okay.
which I've seen other places do, I think.
Okay, like the ones here below, yeah.
Something like so. Should you need a private section and then
Yeah.
diff
Diff blue link, I guess. Yeah.
will do. And it's going to need an end, and then so do just do that bit. Is that right?
And you'll want to change some URL to whatever URL you had before. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Whatever that was, table. Paste that from elsewhere. Okay. And so, right, what have I got? So this, and that's the extra version that's okay. And that's enough to call the function,
Yeah.
Could be.
right?
Can you test that on your GDK now to see if it actually renders anything, or if I've just broken the whole thing?
Undefined local variable or method diff blue underscore link.
Diff blue underscore link.
Is that because
Try to
when
go.
it's processing this, it's not declared that yet?
No, that shouldn't matter.
You wouldn't need HTML safe there now, I don't think. You probably just want to return that from the method itself, but that shouldn't make a difference.
I'm also wondering, the other methods that are defined inside here, are they used anywhere inside of the fields?
Is there an indentation right on this method?
Yeah, it's missing one space on the first line of the field.
Because for me, it looks like it's inside the field for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah,
You need
line
does it need to be
9.
self.diff blue link? No, sorry, on the method itself, def self.diff blue link.
Yeah, that's basically defining a static method.
Like that? I think that's good. I've now got undefined method safe format.
Oh.
Where are you using safe format?
Up
Can you
here,
just try regular format?
Oh, really?
just
When-
just like that.
Yeah.
Webpack is compiling front-end assets.
Okay, that's working then.
Haven't seen that for a while.
Ooh, and I'm at time. Andrew, I guess that
Oh, gosh.
I can make you the host?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, it is 11:20 at night here as well, so I might have to drop off in a minute.
Fair enough. Cool. Yeah. Oh,
Okay, your host.
Oh,
so used to
yeah,
work
your
with
host.
people in Oxford, but the idea, you almost forget about time zones. And yeah, and so you're in New Zealand or?
No, I am in Australia. I'm from the UK. I don't know if you
Yeah.
can tell.
Yeah, the accent very much did not say 11 o'clock at night.
No, I've been in Australia for 14 years now. What year are we in? 23? Yeah, 14 years. Actually, next week it'll be my 14-year anniversary here.
Wow. But your accent is stubborn.
Yes, it is very stubborn. Kind of, I don't know, it's kind of annoying at times, but also, I don't know, a little bit happy that I've not lost my, I don't know, native accent, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds. Yeah, is that sort of Yorkshire, sort of Leeds-ish or something like that?
Oh, Northern is what most people would normally guess, but yeah, Mancunian, actually.
He's over
From Manchester.
Fair enough.
But yeah,
Cool.
I definitely do not have a standard Manchester accent.
No. Ah, well, there we go. Well, I think
I'm just bad at picking up any accent no matter where I live.
fair enough. Cool. Well, I think we might have solved the problem.
Is that loading a page now?
That has loaded the page. I've not tried clicking on the link, but yeah, it seems the link goes to the right place. I mean, who knows whether CI will be entirely happy with it, but
yeah, I was so looking around, I could see the one I actually ended up copying it from was the Telegram integration, which does exactly that kind of thing, but a number of other integrations and other places do very similar stuff. So that's got there you go, self.help. So that's doing that, and then that's setting it as a, I don't actually know where that's being used, actually.
Yeah,
because it's not used in this file itself.
Oh.
But other places I found were also using the basic same kind of create a variable with the link and just pass the whole link in rather than try and do start and end tags.
Yeah.
And if it works, it works. If someone complains, just say, hey, this is what the Telegram integration does.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Well,
all right.
I think at this point, I just said big thank you. And let's get to your next meeting /bed.
Yeah. Good luck with the rest of the merge request, and hopefully it goes through smoothly.
Yeah, keep us posted.
Will do. Thank you very much. And yeah, hope I don't need to steal chunky time next Tuesday.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks,
Bye.
folks.
Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.